Hello everybody, welcome to this new video tutorial for the Pro Radio WordPress theme. Today we are going to see how to replace the default header with a custom mega header built with Elementor. As you can see, we have here a default header with social, menu and custom buttons. We want to replace this both in mobile and desktop with a new header on two levels with logo, custom buttons, contacts, menu and socials on the right. Let's see how to do it. First of all, let's click Customize. We are going to hide the default header for all of the resolutions. In Logo and Menu Bars, let's click Logo and Menu Bars Design. And here, as you can see, you can hide the default header for different resolutions. This allows to replace the header only in the screen size you want to work on. For instance, we can create a custom header for desktop while leaving the default one in mobile and iPad. In our case, we are going to hide it for all of the resolutions and replace it with a custom one built with Elementor. Once we have selected the hide option, click Publish and close the customizer. As you can see, the header is gone. Now it's time to go to our dashboard and create our mega header. Let's click Mega Footer and Header, Add New. We are going to create two separate headers, one for desktop and one for mobile. The first one is going to be for desktop. Let's click Publish and edit with Elementor. Now we're going to add a new section with two columns. Set it to full width and set the column gap to no gap or 0. Now let's add our logo on the left side using an image widget. Find the size you like and load left. While on the right side, we are going to have, first of all, the contacts, and we are using a list. The first one is going to be the radio station telephone number. Choose a phone icon and link to your phone number so people can click on the link to actually call your radio station. Now let's duplicate this and create a link to our email. And this we are going to set as mail to and the email address. Here we go. Let's set the list to horizontal and let's change the color of the text. We can make the icon size a little bit bigger, increase the gap, and change the spacing between the items. At this point, as you can see, the vertical alignment of the two columns is not correct. In fact, we prefer to set the vertical alignment to the middle. On top of this, let's add some spacing around the section. And let's add a little bit of background. Now on the right side of this, we want to add a new column and add some buttons. The first button is going to trigger the play action. Let's set it as primary button. Make the font size a little bit larger. Increase the border radius. And add some spacing between the icon and the text. Now let's add another column. Copy this button so we take over the text and icon size. And we are going to create another button for a Contact Us. Of course, you will need to copy and paste the correct link for your contacts page. And we are going to set it to white. Let's add a third column for a minimal menu triggering button. So let's copy this and paste it. Cut. Now let's change the color of the icon and let's choose a nice icon for this. Now let's add a third column. And this button is going to be used to trigger the off-canvas sidebar. At this point, we want to have all of this content aligned to the right. So what we are going to do is to put all of our buttons in the same column. Delete these extra columns which we don't need anymore. Set the width of the column to 80%. And set the width of the items to inline using the Advanced tab. At this point, this container column can be set with alignment on the right. If items are touching, we just need to add a little bit of spacing in the middle. Now it's time to create the second line of our menu. Full width and no gap. Let's look for the menu red icon and choose our main menu. Align it to the left and choose the menu color we like. Additional styling like font size can be set here. Minor styling like line height, effects, or font family can also be chosen from the customizer. Now this section can be colored at your taste. And we are going to add a new column to display some social icons on the right. Align the column to the end, and let's style the icons with a minimal color. Once you're happy with the result, update, and let's go back to the customizer. From Mega Header, add header, and choose the header we just created. As you can see, there is a top gap which we want to delete. This can be adjusted from the layout section. Now we have a fully functional header menu for our radio station website created entirely with Elementor. But this only works in desktop. We will need to create a new one for the mobile version. So let's see how to do this. Let's click Publish, close the customizer, update our website. We will eventually need to refresh the cache or make sure of the correct size for the top offset, but we will check it later on. Let's go to the dashboard and create a new mega header. We will call it Mobile Header. Publish and go to Elementor. Since we are going to work only for iPad and iPhone, or tablet and mobile, we can switch directly to the iPad version. And let's add a new section. We are going to create a minimal header with a little bit of functionality. So we are going to add, first of all, a minimal logo. Choose a mobile version of your logo, like a squared one or a shorter one. And let's set a pixel size which can be adjusted for tablet and mobile. Let's set it on the left and let's add a new column. (80% and 20% width). Let's align the right column to the right, and let's add a button to trigger the off-canvas menu. Alignment right, or even default. Toggle sidebar, no target, and styling text only. In the Advanced tab, let's choose Inline. Let's duplicate this button and create a new one to play the radio. Once done, we want to still add our contacts information. So we are adding an icon list. Inline width. Phone icon. phone number, text styling. Let's make the icon a little bit more visible. Add some spacing in the list. And perhaps in mobile there isn't so much space. So we are just using the phone number, which is useful in case of mobile calling, and we have to align the content to the middle. If you experience alignment issues, they can be a little bit tricky to fix because Flexbox can align things differently. In this case, we see it's adding a little bit of margin to the top. So first of all, let's add a little bit of margin to the phone number. And now the problem appears to be the last item of this. So we can fix this with a little trick. Let's add a spacer. And this spacer is going to be in line. So this is an invisible item which lets our items stay aligned together. Then we can fix the vertical alignment with a little bit of top padding. Finally, let's check this in mobile. We set the column width and see if this can fit in the space. Now, to make this easier to click, we can actually work with the padding. And as well add a little bit of margin. Let's style the font a little bit smaller. And here we go. Now let's update and we go back to the customizer. Here we are going to add it as well. We are going to see both headers at the same time. The last step will be to use the responsivity options to display the correct header in the correct resolution. Here we go. To prevent both headers displaying at the same time, what we need to do is go to the mobile header, select the section, Advanced, Responsive, and hide these for desktop. Then update. Go back to our headers, modify the desktop header, select one section at a time, responsive, and hide it on tablet and mobile. At this point, we can test our website. At this point, we can check our website, try it in an incognito view, because some spacing and paddings may actually be different if you're logged in. The mobile and the desktop versions are working fine. To make a live test, you can use the debugger and change the responsivity options from here. Finally, if you want it to be sticky, you can go to Mega Header and set the position to fixed. As you can see, the header is now fixed. And this is everything. Remember to publish your changes, close the customizer, make sure everything looks as you want, and test your website in a new browser or in an incognito window. If you are using any caching plugin or if your server has Nginx or Lightspeed or Cloudflare, make sure to also purge your browser and your server cache, or you may not see the current version of the changes. Thank you for watching and see you at the next video.